Okay, so we clarify and we have the Page of Coins. So again, I get the feel for work, or it could be school. Maybe some of you have received some extra money or a windfall of money, whatever it may be. Maybe you've been celebrating and you just took it to an excess. Maybe some of you are considering taking a risk financially. And if you are considering taking a risk financially, I'm going to say, please don't, because this is not the type of energy that we want for an investment. The Page of Coins is a very good card, but combining it with the Three of Cups in reverse, that's not good. So I would definitely encourage to not take any major gambles or risks right now when it comes to money, education, friendships. Be careful who you speak to and what you talk about. You never know when somebody's gonna run and go run their mouth. So now, for some of you, this could be indicating an actual person. This person would be younger. They could potentially be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or they could have, the qualities of someone that would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, earthy, so to speak. Or it could just simply be representative of the energy. This could also indicate that perhaps you may learn about gossip through a younger person. Quite possible. See, this can occur so many different ways or so many different interpretations, which is why I can go on and on and on. I'm trying to rein myself in here because I can go for hours. But yes, in general, you do need to be careful when it comes to overindulging, overdoing good things. It's okay to party. It's okay to partake in alcohol, whatnot, but, moderation. All things in moderation are okay, but, well, not every single thing, but you know what I mean. But it's okay to, have a glass of wine here and there, but, we don't want to be doing it excessively, drinking excessively every single day. That can create a problem. And sometimes, this could be indicating that perhaps you just had a reason to celebrate. Maybe you went on a bender for, a week or two. But maybe in that, week or two, maybe you might have said some hurtful things and you might need to apologize. Maybe you need to apologize to a younger person. Maybe a younger person needs to apologize to you, because again, this can go either way. You'll know which way it's working out for you and your situation. No Aquarius sun, moon, and rising sign are exactly the same. We're all on our own journey. We're all living our own truth. So everyone is different, and not everyone wants the same exact thing or the same exact situations. So that's why I try to give so many details and give different options for each card, because we're all different. And hey, that's a good thing, because life would be pretty darn boring if we were all perfect. What would be the point? Okay, so this would be your near future. Here we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse position. So this could be indicating that potentially you might go back to a situation that you had abandoned previously. Or this could be indicating that perhaps someone from the past returns, hence a situation that you abandoned, or maybe they abandoned. But the possibility is always there that someone from our past could arrive. Now, when this card is in the upright position, we're walking away from a situation, we're abandoning a situation because we are going on a spirit quest. We are seeking something with higher meaning, with higher purpose. We're just tired of this same old, same old. And we want something better. We want to see is the grass greener on the other side. So when this card reverses as such, this indicates a return to the material and the physical world. So for some of you, this could simply be indicating that perhaps maybe you have renewed interest. Maybe you're ready to just get out there and have fun. Maybe you want to make some new friends. Maybe you want to start a new relationship with someone new, because this can indicate a love interest, is in view, so to speak. So, yeah. So it can definitely indicate a new love interest or an old love interest, or just in general, a situation that we walk away from and that we now return. This could even be a job for some of you. It could be many different things, but it would be something that you cared about, something that was important to you. Okay, so we clarify. And we have the 7 of coins in the reverse position. So automatically, I'm going to say, if you guys are considering an investment of some sort that would be financial, if you're considering putting your time, your energy, and your money into a financial type of investment, maybe you're considering taking a risk. Maybe some of you are literally gambling. And I'm going to encourage that you do not, because when the 7 of coins comes up in the reverse position, this is money just falling away from us. So if there's something that you've been considering investing your money into, please don't. I mean, do what you feel is best for you, but my advice would be do not invest right now, because money is slipping away. Sometimes this can literally mean that you're taking a risk, you're taking a gamble, and it's one that will not pay off. Sometimes this can indicate literally gambling, and that'll turn out bad as well. Now, sometimes with this particular energy, maybe perhaps you meet someone new, and maybe they throw a proposal your way, for some sort of financial investment, so, something along those lines. And on the surface, they might make it look very intriguing. It would almost probably come across as you can't lose. But I'm telling you, you can, and I see nothing but money slipping away. So I would not encourage this risk, this gamble, this investment, whatever it is. I would not recommend it. If you can avoid it, please do so, because I will feel a million times better if I can just save one of you from depleting your bank account. This will all be worth it, okay? Because this is definitely indicating someone, probably bringing you an opportunity to invest. Or maybe this is an opportunity that you walked away from before. And maybe now you feel like, well, I've got the money to do it. What better time? It looks like a sure thing, like I can't fail. Maybe some other people that have invested and have done well. It's just right now, under this current energy, it's not going to work. I mean, money is slipping away. So, again, don't take unnecessary risks. And it doesn't have to necessarily be completely on the financial end. Maybe some of you are considering taking a risk, perhaps maybe with an old lover. This would not be a good investment of your time, your energy. Maybe it's a friendship. Either way, if you're considering taking a risk or a gamble of some sort, please don't. Especially if it concerns your money, because money is slipping away. You know, the Seven of Coins, this is about you reap what you sow. And unfortunately, when it comes up in the reverse position, this indicates that, well, unfortunately, some pretty shitty seeds had been planted. Not the best ones, excuse my French, but, you know, I can't help it. I have to be unfiltered. Some may not like it, but, you know, then I'm not your gal, you know. Because the more that I try to hold back and filter myself, I'm not doing myself any favor, so to speak. Okay, it's not about me, it's about you guys. But I just want you guys to be really, really careful because, you know, it's slipping away. And again, you reap what you sow. And sometimes it can almost seem like there's a bit of karma with it, especially if perhaps you might have done someone wrong. You know, it can come back and, you know, haunt you temporarily. Lots and lots of psychic attack going on here lately. Let me tell you. And if you don't know what psychic attack is, you know, just Google it, because I could literally do a 2-hour video probably on psychic attack. I mean, it's crazy. But just to sum it up real quickly, I mean, people can do this and they're not even consciously aware that that's what they're doing. You know, but sometimes if you just think something bad about someone, maybe you're mad at them, you know, maybe you got good reason, whatever it may be, but sometimes if you're thinking bad things about someone, or actually doing or saying bad things about someone, oh, it can come back to haunt us in a big way. But, you know, people don't realize that every thought that we think is an energy, okay? Thoughts are things. They truly, truly are. And sometimes we can just simply think something, you know, bad about someone that has, you know, upset us, hurt us, and you did it in the heat of the moment of being hurt, you know. And then this can literally cause them to have problems. It can cause them to have actual physical problems, you know. This can result in the other person becoming sick. Sometimes it can result in the other person getting in, you know, some sort of accident, you know, bad things, you know, and you don't even realize that it had something to do with you. But, you know, I'm not targeting you guys because this happens to people throughout all of the signs, and we're all guilty of it at one point or another. Now, don't think just because you have a bad thought that you're automatically going to hurt somebody. Typically, it's more when we tend to focus on that thought that would bring harm to someone. Now, when you focus on it and you keep thinking about something like that, yeah, that's where it'll come back to bite you in the hiney. Certainly will affect the other person, but see, we get karma that way. So that's why it's best to be the bigger person and to try to let things go. And not everybody is a fan of hearing that, but hey, that's just what I've learned in my life. It's best to not focus on that. You know, don't worry about revenge. The best revenge is walking away and being happy. It's better to walk away and literally bless your enemy, pray for your enemy, you know? Be the bigger person. Because everything we do in life, it truly matters. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox. Moving along. Okay, so this position is your attitude. Now we have the Death card in the reverse position. So this definitely indicates that something needs to come to a close, okay? Some sort of chapter in your life, some sort of attitude, some sort of behavior, maybe a particular situation with a particular person, whatever it may be, something needs to come to an end, but yet you are resisting this coming to an end, okay? It's like you're trying to hang on to something, but what you need to realize is that this ending, it is inevitable. It is something that you cannot avoid. You must deal with it head on. Because the more that you continue to try to hang on, it's going to seem like battle after battle comes for you. You're going to literally feel like the universe has got you down on your knees and just repeatedly kicking you in the teeth. I mean, the only way to stop it is to let this go. Perhaps some of you need closure for this particular situation in which I'm referring to. Maybe you guys need closure. Well, if that's what it is, do it so that you can move forward, because under this particular energy, it indicates that you are clinging to the past. You're refusing to let something go, and it needs to be let go of because it's preventing you from moving forward. So essentially, it is blocking you. Maybe you think this is something you really want, but it's not. It's really not. It's best to just let it go. Let go, let God, let go, let Pluto, let go, let the universe, whatever works for you, okay? But trying to hang on to the situation, whatever this situation represents for you, and your attitude and how you're looking at things, whatever's going on, you need to realize that you need to let go of it. Because sometimes the more that we try to control things, the more that they'll get out of control. Just let go. Let go. Okay, to clarify, we get the Nine of Swords. Whew. Okay, so this is what I refer to as the Nightmare card. This can be one who physically is experiencing nightmares while sleeping. This could also be someone who is suffering from insomnia. This could also indicate that perhaps maybe you're not sleeping because when you do go to sleep, you're having nightmares. This can also indicate that perhaps maybe waking conditions in your life may just seem kind of nightmarish. They may seem hellish right now. Maybe some of you have a bit of a pessimistic attitude. But obviously you guys have been through a loss of some sort, okay? Now, a lot of times this could be relationship. Could be romantic or platonic type of relationship. Can go either way. A lot of times there's deception, betrayal involved. And there can even be unfaithfulness that was in the situation. But it definitely indicates that you're hanging on to this loss. Whatever you lost, you're hanging on to it. It's like you're trying to fight to get it back, but you can't. It's not worth it. It's blocking you. It's been holding you back. Whether you can see that or not, it truly has blocked you and prevented you from moving forward. And you need to let it go because you don't deserve to stay stuck on some hamster wheel, A lot of times we don't want to move forward out of fear, but fear paralyzes. It keeps you on that hamster wheel. You're running, but you're not making it anywhere, So let's drop that fear. And as hard as it is, again, if you need your closure, get your closure, but do it and move forward. Because the sooner that you come to this conclusion and you realize that this is inevitable, you must face it and you must let it go. But the sooner that you can let it go, the sooner that things are going to get better. But the ball is in your court. It's totally up to you. Now, for literally like one or two of you, this could indicate that perhaps maybe you might have actually physically lost someone through passing over. And if this happens to be you, my deepest condolences. Okay. Now, also for a few of you, this definitely could be indicating that you might have had to have a major surgery, or maybe you're facing a major surgery, and perhaps maybe you're having some fears of death. But don't allow fear to get the better of you, okay? You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. But You don't want to keep avoiding the inevitable because things can get worse. And we don't want any more complications. So just surrender to the higher power. Yep. Now, this card can also indicate that you might be having issues with anxiety. So some of you could be having an anxiety disorder. Some of you could be suffering from depression. So some of you could have a depressive type of disorder as well. These are possibilities. But I want you to know that healing will come. But you really have to let the situation go. Get your closure and move forward so that the healing process can begin. Because ultimately, I mean, I know it sucks. Sometimes you don't want to let go of something, you know. Sometimes you feel like, you know, this is meant to be, you know, but really, when we got this, no, it's not. It's actually holding you back. Let go so you can move forward and you won't be held back by blockages all the time.